Rock once again and hang out with these guys. Seether, they got a CD out called Disclaimer. You may look at this one and say, well, that's not the one I have. They have 10 different pictures for the cover, which is something unique. I don't think any other band's ever really done that. How did you come up with that idea? This is Dale, bassist,
hey,
founding member.
Yeah, that carried through from our director of the video for Fine Again, Paul Feeder. He came up with the idea of the people, burying their souls and holding up the signs, and and we thought it was a good concept. The whole album, that's kind of like a thread that runs through the album. It's that fragility, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And people always screwed up about something. Yeah. Even if they act like they're not. So,
we're all screwed up.
Yeah, everyone's screwed up in their own way.
Now, Nick, did you come into the band afterwards, after the production and everything was done, or because I see Josh Freese came in and did most of the drum tracks. Now, did they have hey, show up and see if you can make the cut, or were you referred to by a friend or somebody?
I heard about the audition, and there was 17 of us, and it happened in what was the studio called?
That is.
I can't remember. Leeds Rehearsal Studio. And actually, I'm from Vegas, so I'm 4 hours away from where the audition was, and I worked half a day and then drove the 4 hours to get there, did the audition, and then drove back that night, and they called me about a week later.
What a troubadour, rock and roll troubadour. Now you're supposed to have a big ego now. Hey man, I did this and I did that. Now you have been playing the Fine Again. That's been playing on the radio pretty hard now. I don't know, has MTV picked that up at all? I'm not real sure.
Yeah, they play on M2, and also if they've got a rock show on MTV, All Things Rock, whatever, they'll play it.
Yeah, they got back into it again because it's trendy. Now, when you went in the studio, did you have a lot of the material worked out? Was it something that you and your lead singer Sean, who's under the weather today, that's why he's not here. Was it stuff that was a lot of worked out, or did you work with the producer on it more, or fine tune it some? Or?
We did a lot of the pre-production in South Africa with the A&R guy.
You're from Johannesburg, you and Sean.
Yeah, in Johannesburg. So A&R guy from Wind Up Records, Victor, we'd speak to him on the phone, and he pretty much told us what they're looking at, or what he thinks. So, I mean, we started pre-production there, and we'd work on the certain songs that they want us to work on, and send it to them and say, okay, that's cool. And so we started there, and we did some more pre-production in New York before we started recording. And then we flew out to LA
and did it all there. Yeah. Now, this is your new guy, Pat. How long you been with him? Did you just hook up on the road with him? I saw you in AP magazine. You were in there then.
Yeah, a little over a month ago is when I hooked up with them. They were touring through Philly right before they did Ozfest, and my band was playing with their band, and they were like, we hit the bar, and they were like, we need another guitarist.
Yeah,
What's up?
We hit the bar. Good.
So next year, right up.
I think I bribed them with drinks. I was like, here.
We thought anyone who can drink that much
could be in the band. What kind of beer you guys drink over there in Africa?
What kind of beer?
Yeah, what kind of elephant beer? Something?
We drink Carling Black Label.
Carling Black.
Yeah.
And what's that like? Is that a rougher, dark beer? Or?
It's kind of like Budweiser, I'd say. It's pretty much
the equivalent. Yeah. I'm a bourbon man myself. So. They got any cool drinks over there? Wild exotic drinks,
Not really. There's one thing which you don't get here. It's called potency. It's like concentrated Red Bull and vodka, but it's in a bottle, and it's probably about 25% alcohol. But you have it you have shots of it. And I mean that stuff
sounds like the effects of ouzo.
It looks like Tide almost. It's a real weird purple blue tint. I don't know about that stuff.
It sounds like it could be scary. Like a night with a bottle of ouzo and hallucinations and all.
I tell you, man.
Now, how long you guys been out on the road for? Just a little while now, or you been out doing it hard? Or?
Yeah, it's been a while now. It's been 4 months.
Yeah, since July.
I think it's been about
July.
Yeah.
You been in Pittsburgh? I don't believe I've seen you.
I don't know if we've actually played Pittsburgh yet.
We played Philadelphia. That's
I think that's the closest one we did. Yeah.
Just saying, we're always the last. We're always the last to get the good bands. But hey, it's a good thing though, because you sold out here tonight, the Hard Rock. That's a good thing. And As far as the next track, I mean, listening to this thing, you guys are phenomenal writers. I mean, the bass lines you lay in Gasoline, I was like, that's so cool. I mean, because you're so countering doing what your other guys are doing, and it's just like this nice little. I don't even know what you're doing on it. I mean, I play a guitar. It sounds like a cool little slide shuffle.
Sliding it up and down, man.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Like a 3-fret thingy or something.
Yeah, just up and down, man, pretty much. It's actually real simple.
It sounds like it's, a little intricate. And, well, you're probably a seasoned player and all, I'm sure the beginner couldn't come off with it.
I don't know, I mean, I'd consider myself a beginner, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I moved. Well, I don't know about wicked, but I mean, I moved over from guitar to bass about 3.5 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I've just basically took what I knew from guitar and just
applied it.
Try and I mean, I don't know scales or anything. I'm just like, that sounds cool. Yeah, I'll play that.
Yeah, running them. Yeah. Basically, all I know is pentatonic scales on guitar. So, but I have buddies that try to get me to play bass. And I'm like, oh man, but maybe I could learn from you, Dale, and learn to capitalize on it. So, a little question. Over in Africa, do they have better weed over there, or what? Is it good African bud? I heard about the ganja over there and how it can twist your mind.
Can I say this on air?
Oh yeah, we're cable access, brother. You can do whatever.
Yeah, no, it's real good and it's real cheap, man.
Happy birthday! Hey, from the band and RockCircutv.
I don't think that it's better than the U.S. Hydro that goes around.
Hydro runs pretty damn.
Yeah, the Hydro is good, but I mean you do get good stuff. I mean you get Hydros there too, so.
Yeah. I remember it being like a black bud with white hairs coming off of it or something.
I haven't had that. No.
But they told me it was ganja. I don't know.
I mean, you get a lot of stuff there. Stuff that just comes over the border from Swaziland and Malawi and those places. So it's.
Is that about all you would dabble in? A little pot smoking, maybe, and.
Yeah, just to keep your mind straight.
It's your basic musician thing, pot and alcohol, I mean,
it's either,
seems like a good regimen to me.
It's either having a joint or taking some kind of pull, it does the same thing ultimately.
Everyone's on drugs, whether you take Advil or herbal medicines or whatever.
Weed's just herbal.
It just bums me out how hard they are on weed these days, man. Woo! So that's just the 9/11 stuff. Seems like they're just like out to get everybody. You know what I mean? It scares me a little bit, but it's like, well, if everybody smoked a joint, they might chill out a little bit, But
I definitely think the effects are a lot less than alcohol, with like DUIs and accidents and stuff like that.
Yeah. I just saw something on Bill O'Reilly. I don't know if you ever watched Fox News, and he's actually saying, hey, marijuana is not as bad as or is equivalent to as alcohol. And I'm like, nah, I don't agree with that.
It's been made out to be bad. I know in movies or.
Reefer Madness.
Yeah.
Which was made by an oil company broker that found out that hemp seeds don't break down in the oils. So if you have an oil that doesn't break down, you don't need to get much of it. So there goes the crude sales. So the whole Reefer Madness concept was on a fabrication of that. We want to scare people away from this. And plus the effects of paper, we wouldn't have to tear down near as much forest if we grew that type of hemp. And it is medicinal for crazy people like me, and you know what I mean?
Everyone's crazy, man. Everyone's crazy.
That's cool. So are you guys, like you said, you're going to ride with the Fine Again for the rest of the year through January?
Yeah, we're going to stick with Fine Again through January. And then we'll be doing our new video, we'll be doing that in like early January.
You picked the track?
We're not sure what track it's going to be yet. We've been talking about possibly going for something a bit more
aggressive,
hard rock.
That's what I was hoping. Yeah.
Maybe Gasoline or something. But
Gasoline or Sympathetic sound like they could be like the next two tracks that hook, line, and sinker to the public. But
otherwise, possibly Driven Under is another possible one.
Yeah,
so we just got to work that out.
Have a few fist fights over it, a few nights of good drunk on.
Yeah, keep the Jaeger away.
Yeah, during the discussions.
Well, the website, if you want to learn more about the great Seether band, is www.seether.com, or you can go to windupentertainment.com or windupent.com, something like that. Just do a search on it, for God's sake. we'd like to thank the guys for coming on the show today. It's been a pleasure. And here's that video, Fine Again, with the fat melody all through it. Yes, indeed. Thanks, guys.
Cool, man.
Again, free show ID for like future, videos, like the next one. Say, hey, we're Seether. You can each do it individual. Hey, I'm Dale. Nick. I'm Pat. And we're
Kiss.
Seether.
What was you saying? Hey, it's Dale from Seether.
Yeah.
And you're what?
Introduce your bandmates, whatever, and you're watching the Rock Circus.
Okay. Hey, I'm Dale from Seether, and you watching the Rock Circus.
Booyah. Hey, I'm Pat from Seether, and you're watching the Rock Circus.
Hey, I'm Nick from Seether, and you're watching the baddest fucking show out there, the Rock Circus.